Good day, kids! How are you? I hope you're doing great. It's a beautiful day to learn. By the way, I'm your teacher, Diane. I am your virtual teacher. So, on the screen is our virtual classroom rules. Even though I can't meet you online, I hope you're acting like you're at school, right? Okay, so before we go to our lesson for today, let's have a quick review with our lesson last week. Our lesson was about vowel digraphs. If you still remember, vowel digraphs are combination of vowels to make a single vowel sound. For example, A in pail, A in clay, E in sea, E in jeep, U in moon, and O in coat. Okay, let me check if you still remember our lesson. Identify the words with vowel digraphs. So you have to tell me what words in the sentence has vowel digraphs. Ready? Let's go. The jeep was along the street. You're right. The vowel digraphs are jeep and street. Next. Jean has a stain on her coat. Correct. The vowel digraphs are in the words jean, stain, and coat. Last. Grandma's hair is gray. What do you think are the words with vowel digraphs? Good job! Hair and gray are words with vowel digraphs. Very good. How about the lesson that we had about vowel diphthongs? So vowel diphthongs are sounds formed by combining two vowels in a single syllable. For example, oi in toy, oi in soil, ow in mouth, and ow in brown. Okay, let me check if you still remember this. Okay, read the following set of words. Identify the vowel diphthong that is common among them. Okay, you have to read it carefully with your eyes, or you can read it loudly. And then tell me what is the common vowel diphthong among the words. Toy, boy, soy, and joy. What do you think is the common vowel diphthong? Great! The vowel diphthong that is common among them is oi. Correct. Next. Mouse, cloud, blouse, house. What do you think is the common vowel diphthong among the group? You're right. The vowel diphthong ow is common among these words. Great. You have learned the lessons last week. Now let's have a quick game. Let's play Complete Me. And when I say complete me, what do you have to do in order to complete me? Well, you only have to fill in the missing letters to complete the name of the object in the picture. Okay, so take a look at the picture. There are letters with the missing letter. You have to form the word. You have to supply the missing letters. Okay? What do you think is the name or what is on the picture? You're right. Those are ice. Those are rolling eyes. Next. What do you think is this one? It sounds or it looks delicious. Yes, that is a cake. Usually have it on birthdays, right? Next. What do you think is the person holding the pencil doing? Correct. It is writing, or that is right. Now, from the words that we were able to come up, what have you noticed? Oh, we have eyes, cake, and right. Did you notice something from their spelling? How were they pronounced, or how were they read? Did you notice something about it? Eyes, cake, right. Are all the letters in the word being read? Okay, to answer those questions, you have to listen attentively because today we will be talking about irregularly spelled words. So at the end of this lesson, you are expected to recognize and read some irregularly spelled words. Are you ready? Let's gotta go. So irregularly spelled words, these words do not follow the phonics or spelling rules. They are phonetically irregular, meaning not all letters are sounded in a word. They also require correct and fluent reading for readers to easily identify them, meaning these words are read differently, so you have to be familiar on how they are being read or on how they are being pronounced. Therefore, irregularly spelled words are words that are read differently and not all letters are sounded. To understand further, I have here a few examples. So, what's on the picture? Correct, that's number 8. Now, can you spell the word 8 for me? You're right. 8 is spelled as Eight. 8. If you have noticed, G and H are silent. It is just read as 8 without the G and H. It is read differently, and not all letters are sounded. Right? Good. Let's proceed to the next example. What type of line do you think this is? What type of line is this? Correct. That is a straight line. Now, how do you spell the word straight? Can you spell it for me? Correct. Straight is spelled as Straight. Straight. If you have noticed, not all letters are sounded. G and H were silent. It wasn't read. And it is read differently because A and I were read as one. It sounded A, right? So it was read as straight. Okay? Next. What do you think is the boy doing? Correct, the boy is kneeling. Now I'd like you to spell the word kneel. You're right. Kneel is spelled as Kneel. If you have noticed, not all letters were sounded. K was silent. It wasn't read at all. So it was just read as Neel, kneel. Right? It was read differently. Another example. What do you think this is? I think it's something that you use in your hand, if you have seen one, right? Correct. This is a knuckle. Knuckle is spelled as Knuckle. Knuckle. If you have noticed it, not all the words were read. The first letter K wasn't read at all. C and K were read as one, as K. And then the letter E wasn't read at all. So this word is read differently and not all letters are sounded. Can we read the word again? Knuckle. Okay, next. Okay, what day of the week is being pointed on the calendar? Again, you're right. It is Wednesday. Now, how do you spell the word Wednesday? Great. Wednesday is spelled as Wednesday. Wednesday. If you have noticed, letter D wasn't read, it was silent, and letter E as well, it was silent. So two words were not sounded. This was read as Wednesday. It was read differently because some letters were not sounded. Again, can you read the word? Wednesday. Correct. Great. Another example. There is a gift. There is like some kind of a lumpia in Filipino or a shawarma, something like that. And some kind of a tissue. What do you think is common among the objects? Correct. Wrap. The gift is wrapped. The shawarma is wrapped. And the tissue is wrapped in a roll. So the spelling of wrap is W-R-A-P. Wrap. If you have noticed, not all letters are sounded. W was read silently. Instead, it was read as wrap, not W wrap. Right? So this is an irregular word, irregularly spelled word. One last example. Oh, this is a castle. So a castle, the word castle is spelled as C-A-S-T-L-E. If you take a look at the spelling of the word, it's quite different on how it is pronounced, on how it was read, right? The letters S-T-L-E was read as so, castle, so. So this word is read differently. Not all letters are sounded. Therefore, this is an irregularly spelled word. Right? Okay, let's have a quick comparison. So that you'll understand further, let's compare regularly spelled words and irregularly spelled words. The first column, regularly spelled words, those are words that are read according to their spelling. These are words that are not read differently. They are read on how they were spelled, like hat, hold, man, stand, folder. No complications. simple as it is. On how they are spelled, they are read on what are the letters on the word. Pretty simple, right? Unlike irregularly spelled words, these words have they are read differently, and there are letters in a word that are not sounded. For example, people, statue, school. Another, come. So from this bunch of words, not all letters are sounded, and the words are read differently. Compared to regularly spelled words, they are read as it is. Okay? Okay. Let's have few practice exercises to check if you have understood our lesson. So I have words on the board. Put a check mark if the word is irregularly spelled and X if not. Again, irregularly spelled words are words that not all letters are sounded and the word is read differently. So if the word is irregularly spelled, you have to put a check mark. If otherwise, you have to put an X mark. Ready? You may grab a pen and paper if you want to write it, or you can just take note of it on your mind. Ready? Go. First word is bad. Second is cold. Third is caught. Fourth is night. Fifth, the last is sure. Okay, I guess you're done. So you can check your own paper or you can ask your mother or anybody at home to check if you have answered it correctly. There you go. Bad and hold are regularly spelled words. So you have to put an X mark on them. While caught, night, and sure are irregularly spelled words, meaning their spelling is quite different and they are read differently. Okay, great job for the first exercise. Let's have another exercise. This time, I will show you a picture and then you have to define what is shown on the picture. The word that you will be forming is an irregular word. Pretty easy, right? Okay, so for this first picture, it consists of 5 letters. What do you think is this? You're right, that is a knife. Very good. Next picture. I think this is where you write most of the time. You eat. This is also a 5-letter word. What do you think this is? Correct, this is a table. You're doing good. Let me show you the last picture. What do you think is this circular figure? I know you have seen this one numerous times. This is also a 5-letter word. What do you think is this irregular word? Great, that is a wheel. I think you're able to answer all the irregular words. You're doing a good job. Let's have another exercise. This is for you to be practiced, right? And for you to be familiar with it. All you have to do this time is to write the correct spelling of the irregular words I will say. Be guided by the meaning. So, all you have to do is you have to listen attentively. I will say some words. You have to spell those words out. Ready? Again, you may grab a piece of paper or you can do this orally. Ready? Let's go. Because. Because. This is defined as for the reason. You use this word if you want to justify something. Again, because. Spell the word because. Okay, you got it right. The spelling of the word because is Because. This is an irregular word because it is spelled, the spelling and the pronunciation. Not all letters are sounded. Letter E at the end wasn't sounded at all, and this is read differently. Okay, next word. Height. 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 This defines how tall a person or a place is. Height. Spell the word height. Can you check your answer if it's correct? Great! I know you were able to get the correct spelling. So the word height, it is spelled as Height. Height. Again, this is an irregularly spelled word because if you have noticed, G and H were not read, it was silent. Not all sounds are sounded, right? And this is read differently. So the pronunciation of the word is height, not higged. Okay? All right, last word. Knowledge. 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 Knowledge is knowing something or being aware of something. Knowledge. Spell the word knowledge. You're ready? Great! The spelling of the word knowledge is Knowledge. Knowledge. So it is an irregularly spelled word because not all letters are sounded and it is read differently, right? Letter K wasn't read at all, and letter E at the end of the word or of the spelling wasn't read too. W wasn't read too. Knowledge. Okay, therefore, what are irregularly spelled words? If you still remember what we have talked about, can you define to me the meaning of irregularly spelled words? You don't have to worry, I have here a set of definition for you. You just have to fill in the blank with the correct answer in order to arrive at the meaning of irregularly spelled words. There is a box. You just have to choose your answer from it. Let me read the sentence. Blank spelled words are words that contain blank that are not individually blank are phonetically produced due to the combination of letter sound or other characters. Okay, just fill in the blank with the correct answer. All right, you're correct. So to complete the definition of irregularly spelled words are words that contain letters that are not individually sounded or phonetically produced due to the combination of letter sound or other characteristics. Great job! Now, as your assessment, you just have to arrange the jumbled letters to form irregular words and be guided by their meaning. Okay, when you're ready, let me show you the items. You just have to write the answer on your paper or you can do it orally. Ready? Go. To reply in words or in action. What do you think is this? This is a 6-letter word. Next. The person who gives birth to a child. It is also a 6-letter word. Next. To hear what is being said. What do you think is this word? Next. The time when the sun has set and the moon comes out. This is a 5-letter word. Take note of your answers because later we're gonna check if you got it right. Okay, the last item. This is an opposite of ugly. Okay, if you're good to go, let's check them. Okay, first item to reply in words or in action. That is answer. Correct. This is an irregularly spelled word because it is spelled differently and it's pronounced differently. Correct. Next. The person who gives birth to a child is a mother. Right. Next. To hear what is being said means to listen. Good job. Another one. The time when the sun has set and the moon comes out is nighttime. Great. And the last, the opposite of ugly is beautiful. Good job. Congratulations, kids, because you were able to understand our lesson for today about irregularly spelled words. And thank you for the time and thank you for listening to me as your virtual teacher. See you on our next lesson. Have a good day. Stay safe.